least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Shalom. First off, you all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yahshai Bashem Karkadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. So honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are doing in truth and sincerity, and the women and the children who follow. So that verse was 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. So we see everything that's going on right now with the, I'll say, so-called gas shortage. Because it's not really a shortage of gas. We have plenty of gas. It was a, quote, hack that has stopped the flow and the availability of the gasoline. So now you have people running out like this guy right here, filling up all kind of tubs or bottles, plastic gallons, or whatever you want to call it. Many different things. Unapproved things, should I say, to try to hoard the gas or try to save himself from paying a higher price later. But you're just doing exactly what he wants you to do. So this is why I started with the scripture saying that we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. This is a test run. How else would you have a gas shortage when there's obviously not a gas shortage? Well, you had to cut the availability to it. And since they cut the availability to it, now you get an honest reaction on how people will react. Same thing they did at the beginning of the pandemic. With toilet paper, with hand sanitizer, things of that nature. Tissue. That's how you know we're getting close to this thing, man. He's dotting his I's and he's crossing his T's. He's getting every bit of information that he needs to know exactly how you're going to react. That's how you play chess. That's how good quarterbacks play football. They're one move ahead. When you can, as a quarterback, if you have the ability to read the defense, you know that they're in a cover two, that the middle of the field is going to be open. You know that if they're in a dime set, which is four cornerbacks, basically 6 defensive backs, 1 linebacker, and 4 down linemen, that if you run the ball in that situation, it can be successful. So if you have a more heavy set in, you can audible and take advantage of the defense. That's what Esau's doing. And I'll cycle through these, he's setting it up so that he knows exactly what you're doing or what you're going to do once you're put in this situation. He has figured out exactly what he needs to do to get you to react a certain way. So that when they go to row so that when everything comes to the point in time to where it's time to actually set this thing off, they already know how the masses of the people are going to react. And this isn't meant to be a long video, but I just want you to look at it. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about this one. This is actually a good one. So it says, why did you buy 100 gallons of gas? Because of the gas shortage. He said there is no gas shortage. Then why would everyone be out buying gas then? Because you keep buying and hoarding all the gas. It isn't a gas shortage, but because people keep panicking and going out and buying and hoarding all the gas, it then makes it a shortage. It then causes the people to, or the companies to raise the prices, and it becomes a de facto famine of that particular item. He's exactly right. There's not a shortage in gas. It's a shortage on common sense. And we also live in a society where people have a fear of missing out. In their mind, if I don't get gas now, I'm not going to be able to get gas later. I can't get to work. I can't get my kids to school. If I don't get gas now, I might, like, it's going to be the end of the world. You see these people? But this is the average American's mindset. And this is actually a good one right here. Because you see the guy filling up with gas, and the guy superimposed a man with a twisted tea can, basically saying, I could smack you with this twisted tea and take all your gas. And that's how it's going to be in that day. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be kill or be killed, eat or be eaten. 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Matter of fact, let's grab that real quick. Bear with me. Yeah, this is and you know this whole chapter is fire, but we're just gonna get the meat and potatoes of it. It says 2nd Ezra 15 and 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And that's the day that I was speaking about, that Jacob's trouble, that day that never was, that day where it's kill or be killed, eat or be eaten. Or if you got Yahweh Shemiah Shai on your side, you'll be fine. It says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, for lack of bread, and for the great tribulation. That's what this is. A man's gonna spoil your goods for the lack of bread, for the lack of resources. If you got it, I need it, I want it. Says the love of many is gonna wax cold in that day. So you go ahead and you get all the resources you want. Eventually, you're just gathering for the elect anyways. You know? And yeah, people are making jokes. That's to be expected, you know? I'm selling 50 sacks of unleaded gas. You know? But that's just how it is, man. I mean, it's funny because it's true. Because when it's a family, you can charge whatever you want for it. And as long as and you see these people filling up tubs of gasoline, I don't have to go into it to let you know how stupid that is. But man, these people got another thing coming for them. Like I said, didn't want to make this too long, but just wanted to do this video and to assure you brothers that, you know, don't panic. Don't fear. The Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear. Alright? We have wisdom, we have knowledge, and that's going to keep us stable in those days. The fear of the Lord, and strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is our treasure. We're better than this. Alright, we're not going to panic as these other guys do. We're going to hold faith that the Most High is going to keep the promise that He gave us, that He's going to take care of His elect. He said that that we shall eat, but the rest shall be hungry. Roughly paraphrased. But with that being said, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yashai Bashem Bakar Kedash. Double honors to the apostles and others of the GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are in the truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.